performance in the last game, the 2-0 loss against Melbourne Victory?
Yeah, I think obviously we discussed at half-time that we were disappointed with the pressure that we got on the ball in that first half. We know it could have been better, and I think we went out and rectified that in the second half. So the response in the second half, I was really happy and proud of the girls for bouncing back. It's not easy to go 2-0 down. There was obviously moments that we could have come back and changed the deficit, but wasn't to be. And we've done a lot of reflecting on that performance and changed quite a few things. And the girls are just ready and raring to go now against Western Sydney Wanderers.
Obviously, you had a week-long break. What has training looked like? What have you worked on specifically following that game?
Yeah, so the girls have obviously had a couple of games against boys and internal games, which has been great just to hash out a couple of things. And obviously, there's been a high emphasis just on us in possession and just getting some patterns set and making sure we know the right avenues that we want to take to break down the opposition.
Western Sydney, they're coming off a strong win against Newcastle. What do you expect from them?
Yeah, obviously they're in a much different place to when we played them the first time. Mentality changes when you come off the back of 2 wins. Like we anticipate that they'll come out in firing because they'll want to get their own back on obviously losing to us in the first game. So we know that athletically they're one of the more dominant teams in the comp, whether it's pacing behind or whether it's mobility through the central areas. So it's something we've got to be ready and prepared for. But like I said, I know that our girls can beat anyone on their day, and this one will be no different.
And where you're sitting at the moment, what kind of motivation does that give the squad as the season comes to near the end?
Yeah, look, it's something that we're not trying to capitalise on too much and concentrate on too much. It's for us, it's just whatever the next game is, that's the next one we've got to concentrate on and continuing to take each game as we have as it comes, because that's what we've done all season and it's worked really well for us. Obviously, like the only thing separating us from being higher up the table is changing a couple of those draws into wins. So that's a massive focus for us coming into the back end of this season is what can we do to give us that winning edge? What can we do to make sure that we see out games when, or if we come from behind, what we need to do to change in order to make sure we can score goals, regardless of what the result currently is. And I think sometimes, the players, I don't think they ever doubt themselves, but I think sometimes they take their foot off the gas a little bit early, and so just reigniting a little bit of belief within the squad.
Back at home, in front of our passionate fans here in Gosford, how much are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, it's always great to be, back at home and back at Industry Group. It's a fantastic stadium, and just really looking forward to hearing the fans again. We had them so close to us at Woy Woy, so for me they're going to have to be even louder now that we're in that slightly bigger stadium. But I know they'll turn out in a great number as they always do, and we're really looking forward to playing back in front of them.